Okay, so like I said yesterday, wide market. Anybody that wants to succeed in the forex market will succeed if you want to succeed, because it's a very big market. It's a market that a lot of money flows in and flows out on daily basis. And anybody who positions himself around the forex market will definitely have certain profit to make day in, day out in the forex market. Please, you can reach out to people in the various group. I don't know which group you came in through. It's only on Telegram or on Facebook. I never posted this. I posted it on only 2 WhatsApp groups. So I don't know the group you came in with. You can let the people in that group know that we have started or we are live, so they can come live and join us. Okay, so I proceed. There's no way you are in the forex market and you will not be blessed by what God is doing in the industry, because it's a very large industry and a lot of money flows in and flows out. Now, okay, so now yesterday I took a little time to show us what currency pairs look like and how you can trade different currency pairs. Okay, let me unlock the group so that I can start sharing screen. Sorry, 1 minute, please. Okay, so I showed us yesterday on how you can, yesterday we showed us what currency pair looks like. We also showed us what it means to be when you see base currency, how do you know identify the one that is a base currency? We said something about how you know when to place a trade on a buy and on a sell. We went through the chart and showed you how to take pending order, buy stop, and sell stop. Now today, I would love to begin the class by showing you how to do still pending order, but buy limits, sell limits. In case you are asked to do buy limits or sell limits, I'm also going to show you how to close your trades. If you're asked to close a trade, I'm going to show you how to do partial closing in profit. That's a trade that was already ongoing, and you want to take partial profit without closing the trade so that you can leave the trade to keep running. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to also show you what they mean by resistance or trend line, support and resistance, so that you know when and where to enter trade per time. And then I will give time for question and answer. I intend this training to be 1 hour. I do not intend to exceed 1 hour. So we begin right away. Now, I like using any currency pair that is okay. Any of the currency pair we use can still serve the same purpose of this training. Now, I told us if you're buying EUR USD, the currency you're actually buying is EUR against USD. If you're buying USD JPY, the currency you're actually buying is USD against JPY. So when you hear, okay, then I also told us that buy, when you look at the chart, this is where you look at the chart, the second button there, I click on it, it brings you to the chart. So buy is when you see like this upward trend now, the green candles that are going up, that's buying. And then sell is like these red candles coming down, that's sell. So when you hear that a particular currency is strong, they say go and buy gold. I mean, go and buy USD. Go and buy USD. What it means is that look for any currency pair you know at that time is very weak to sell it against the one that they ask you to buy. Most times it's always good to do it something like a GPB, that's a Great Britain pound, euro, Japanese yen, because most of those currencies sometimes, okay, let me not go there so that I don't confuse us. So if they say buy you that dollar is strong, you have to buy dollar, and then you needed to take dollar with a currency that, like euro. What you will now do is to sell euro, because EUR USD, if you're buying, what you're buying is EUR, and at the same time you're selling USD. So if you're selling EUR, it means at the same time you're buying USD. I don't know if that's clear. So now, how do you do a pending order like buy limit, sell limit? What is limit order? Let me go to the charts and show you this. A limit order is this. I wanted to, okay, let me say I want to sell, this is gold. Okay, let me not use gold. Let me use another, let me use GBP USD. Okay, let me say I want to sell GBP USD. You see, I was selling this pair, but I closed somewhere and came out. Look at the GBP USD. I was selling it. I closed at 24965. But see where it has come to. 244 something. So see where I closed. 249. Something. As I close it around this place. Close it around here. 24965. That's where I closed. And I closed there not long ago, about 4 hours ago. Look at what it has done. Look at what it has done. Crazy sell. This wouldn't have been less than $20. Don't forget this on 4 hour. This on 4 hour. Okay, so I was talking about set a limit order. If you want to do a buy limit or a sell limit. But before I proceed, sometimes people question, you remember yesterday, this account made up to $70. How many of you remember that? This account made up about 70, was it 70? Was it 70? Was it 70? Was it 70? How much was it yesterday?
70 something dollars, sir.
Okay, about $70 and some fraction. Okay, and I told you that by today, it will not be the same again. Look at it. I actually withdrew $30 today. So, and I've made profit of $15. So if I took out $30 from what I had, what would have been remaining here would have been $40. So I made extra $15 as profit today. And then it grew to $55. As volatile and as bad as the market was today, $40 account gave me $15. That is almost more than 30%, right? More than 30%, something like that. Yes, more than 30%. So sometimes my training, like why I stopped and went there, is that I might not have the best vocabularies for, or the best registers for certain things. Maybe they call these things so engulfing, and I didn't use those words. Please don't mind me. I've never gone through any official or any formal forex training class or school. So I learned this thing by following the chart. So I don't know how so many names are called. So, but follow me. Whatever I tell you about the charts, you can just follow those things. And then you may know the names, or you may choose to go and look for the names later. But just follow the explanations I'm giving and the descriptions, and I can bet you will be on steady profiting. Is that okay? Okay, so I move on. So you want to take a pending order, what I should say, a sell limit. You want to continue selling a GBP USD. but you just feel that GBP USD has gone so down. So if you're selling it here now, it might be like you entered when it has gone so down. So you wouldn't want to sell here. You want to start selling it when it has gone back up to this place. You see where my cross is. You want it to go back to this place before you start selling. Now, why do I want to use this place for an example? Let me bring my biro. This is the area I said maybe you wanted to get here. Sometimes if you want to do a pending, a limit order, yeah? If you don't know what resistance is, don't worry, I'll teach you later. You see, when it was coming down here, it couldn't go below there. You also look here, there when it was going, also look here, it had problem there. So that means there is a support and resistance around this zone. Around this zone. So if I want to do a sell limit order, I will want to wait for it around that zone. I expect it to go back up to maybe somewhere here before I sell. So I now use, see what I click on to bring out this thing. I click somewhere here. See this plus sign here. That's what I click to bring out that plus whatever. Brought it out. So I use it to check where I want to. I use it to check where I want to enter here. 1.24946. I want to take a sell limit at 1.24946. Now, what is a sell limit? Like I said, I want to continue selling this pair, but I believe it will go back up before it goes back down. So I want to wait for it when it goes up. I want to place the trade up there to wait for it. When it gets up there, it activates automatically for me. So I bring my cursor to where I see a resistance. Okay, sometimes I may not do exactly at this resistance point. I might bring it a little down because it might not actually get there because there's a resistance there. That resistance may not really allow it to get to that spot exactly. So I can bring it down a little to maybe 1 to 1.24, 1.24, let's say 1.24900. So in that case, what do? I come to one easy way to go straight to where you want to take the trade is click on this extreme right. See this whatever on the extreme right, you see plus, it means you want to add a trade there. Don't forget this is the currency pair that is on, so you want to add a trade. So you click here to add a trade. So now I called this a limit order. So I click on the market execution point, this place, to bring out a sell limit order for me. It brings out buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. So I click on sell limit because what I want to do is sell limits. So who can remember what was the price that we wanted to put the sell limit so when it gets there, it starts selling? What price was it?
1.24900, sir.
1.24900. So you may not be able to decide your TP and SL now, where you want your stop loss and take profit to be. So since you cannot decide your stop loss and take profit, just put your entry first, since the market is not rushing, and place the trade first. After placing the trade, you will still go back to the trade to modify your order and put your stop loss and take profit. So now you are put where you wanted to enter and place. So that trade is active now as a pending order. Look at it here. It's active now as a pending order. So if you check here, you will see, look at it. See, the line has shown where it is. So in this case, I will now decide where my TP and my SL will be. Then I will go and modify the trade. If I want to take my SL, I will look for where I know that it will not be able to cross. If it crosses that place, I know that, there's no way again, or this trade has gone against me. In such cases, you will see that there is a resistance around here, if that's what you want to use, or you can take more risks and come here, considering this and considering this. Or you want to take much more risks and come here, or here, or here. So depending on the risks you want to take, the higher your stop loss, the more safe it is in the sense that if it crosses that place, it may not hit the stop loss and may reverse and go back in profit in your favor. Now, the disadvantage is the higher your stop loss, the more negative or the more money you will lose in case it goes to hit the stop loss. Now, let me say this place here is a 30 pip zone. This place is just an assumption that this is a 30 pip zone. If it crosses that place and go there, you're going to lose 30 pips. In 30 pips with the lowest lot size of 0.01 is $3. Now, if it gets here, let's assume that this second place here, let's assume that this second zone here, this second zone is 70 pips. If it comes and it passes here and gets here, if you eventually hit it, it means that you're going to lose 70 pips. 70 pips with the lowest lot size of 0.01 is $7. So what that means is that the higher, if it also come here, you lose more money. If you eventually hit here, you lose more money. So the higher your stop loss is to your entry, the more money you will lose if the trade reverses and goes up to that stop loss. But most times when your stop loss is far, most of the time the trade does not go close to that stop loss before it gets there. If you were sure of the trend, that's your technical analysis, and there was no news that influenced or affected it, there's every tendency, 60-70% tendency that it will follow and go to where your technical analysis told you it was going to. So in this case, now what do? Let's just, for the purpose of this class, take this zone as a stop loss zone. So let's use any random number. Just, it's a class, so it's not like it's fixed. You can use any random number. Let's use the highest number we are seeing there as our stop loss. That's 1.26960. 1.26960. So we will go to modify the stop loss. It shouldn't be this. We're just using it as an illustration for this class. This is actually too far. Most times stop loss is better to be within 30-50 pips. And you must have known how much you wanted to risk when you did that. So let's just use that 1.26960 as our stop loss. So we go back to where that trade is, click on it, and click modify order. And then we do 1.2, it was 1.2 or 22960, right?
25960.
25960.
1.25960. Okay, it must not be, but for the purpose of this class. And then we are expecting it to come down maybe back to where it is right now. So this is where I'm entering. That's my stop loss. So when it comes to this place, especially because you have seen that is on a resist, look at resistance. And that's what is the problem here now. So there's every tendency that this trade I'm doing, like I'm just using for an explanation, might actually play out the way I meant, because every time it hits a resistance zone, it will bounce back to where there is another support zone before it comes back to try to break. Okay, this is a support now. Okay, no, it's coming this way, so it's a resistance. It will go back up to this zone to see if it can break it and go up. But don't forget the pressure is a down pressure. So when it gets there, it will come back here to see if we can break it to continue down. So there's every tendency that this buy limit might play out. Anyway. So there's every tendency that this buy limit may play out when the market opens by next week. So we just use this zone where it is now to put the TP. So that's like, okay, I wouldn't really want to put my TP down here in case it does not reach here. So I'll just take the TP a little up to maybe somewhere here. So that's 1.24633. So I come there, modify 1.24633, and then click on modify. Each time you put it, click on modify. Don't forget, you put your stop loss on the left, you put your take profit on the right. Stop loss on the left, take profit on the right. Yesterday, I talked about lot size. I wouldn't want to repeat that again. If you were not in the class, just get the Zoom link of that yesterday and then go back to read. So, and then you click on modify. So now I'm going to open the trade so that you see it. So it has a stop loss, it has a take profit. So you don't need to worry about the trade. You can go and sleep or relax and know that the trade will come back. And then you're going to be on good profits. I don't know whether somebody have gotten that. Now, the same way you did this sell limit is the same way you do this sell limit is the same way you do buy limit. So buy limit and sell limit is like the same thing. It's almost the same thing. But buy limit is you're waiting for it down so that when it gets down to a particular zone where you're okay, you buy from there. While sell limit is you're waiting up so that when it gets to a particular place, you think that it will bounce back to, you now start selling from there. That's the difference between that two. Now, the next thing I want to show you is how to take partial profits. Partial profits, I do that more on synthetic indices, not really on the, I don't really do much of that on currency pairs, But let me still show you here because both of them are still the same thing. I'm going to use this gold trade that I have here to show you that. Now, how to take partial profit? I'm taking a buy position on this pair now. For the purpose of this class, I lose a little money. I don't mind. I might also end up for me in profit. I don't mind. So I took a buy trade on 0.02. And then maybe when that trade was going against me or going into profit, I wanted to close partially and take a partial profit or take a partial loss. What do I do in that case? I place my hand on that trade. And then you see close order. I click on close order. When you place your hand, this will come out. Let me start again. Just place your hand and hold. And then close order will come out. You see close order. I click on the close order. Now look at what close order is showing me. It's telling me under here, I'm trying to get my cursor. It's telling me under here to close with profit of $10 or profit of close with profit of 0.46. Now, instead of me clicking the close to close, I will come to where my lot size is. Remember, I want to take partial profit or I want to close on a partial loss. Let me say you mistakenly open a bigger lot size that you did not intend. So all you did is put your cursor at the end of this lot size here. I put my cursor there. Now, how much did you want to? Let me say this was 0.10. So if it was 0.10, it means what you will just do is you will click 0.09. If you click 0.09, if this one cannot do 0.09 because it's not up to that, it means what will be left will be 0.01. But in this case, I want to close partial, so I do 0.01. So if I'm closing now, I've closed now. Remember that trade was open on 0.02. I've closed partial now on 0.01, so 0.01 is remaining. So I'm going to go now to my history to make you see that. So I click and open my history. Now look at it here. This is a trade I just closed. It's the first one on top there. I don't know whether everybody saw that. I don't know, my cursor is not coming out. Okay. Look at that's this first trade now. That's this first trade. I opened this trade at 0.02, but I closed 0.01 and left 0.01. So the same thing, if I had opened it at 0.03 and I wanted to close some and leave only 0.01, how much partial profit or loss would I have closed to make it remain 0.01? Somebody should answer. If it was 0.03, I opened, but I wanted to close partial to leave 0.01, how much would I have closed?
0.02.
0.02, excellent. So the same thing, if it was 0.10, 0.50, 0. Whatever, just close the difference and then it will be left, whatever was left will be left for you there. That's how to do partial closing. So I would love to stop here. I think I'm done with this part of pending order, partial closing. The next thing I would love to talk about is support and resistance, and then a trend zone. But I would love to do that tomorrow because that's more or less more maturity school. How do you used to call it? Inter classes. That one is not really like beginner's class, so that more persons can join. That one is an official trading. It's not just beginner's class, whatever. So for now, I want to stop and give room for question and answers before I come to the end of today's class. Please, anybody that has a question you want to ask, let's go ahead so that I can answer your questions before we close. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you for this wonderful time, and I really appreciate your efforts and time, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. As a newbie, I'm trying to link my hot forex account to MT5 so that I'll be able to be trading on demo accounts. I've been finding it difficult, sir.
Okay, to link your hot forex to MT5. Okay, so what you do is in your hot forex, you go to your back office. Go to your back office and create trading accounts. Did you do that?
I think I did so, sir. What I created was like an account with hot forex. I also imputed my national identity number, everything.
Okay, I'm stopping this recording so that I can log into my back office on hot forex to show him. Okay, so what you do is go to the hot forex website. First thing is to go to the hot forex website. You will see where they ask you to create a live trading account. So the first thing is for you to click to create that live trading account. I'm going to do that now to show us. Sorry, I had to stop sharing my screen. I don't want people to see my login details. Okay. Okay, so I'm showing my screen again now. So once you get to your Hot Forex account, this is my back office on Hot Forex. So you click on here. Is it not accounts? I think you click on here. You click on the menu bar up there. Click on the menu bar up here. And then go to, who can remember this? It's like a long time I did this. So. I think you should see where to create account from your back end here.
Why don't he call his account officer to guide him?
Okay, so I think that's the best thing to do. You call your account officer. But I know that I did it from here, but I think you call your account officer. Is that okay? Your account officer.
How do I reach him, sir?
Yes, but hold on. I just click on view all there. Okay, so you just create a live trading account. With that live trading account, they will give you information that has to do with your saver ID, your password, and your login ID. Your saver ID, your password, and your login ID. So you take it to you bring it to your MT5. Now, when you're creating, they will ask you if what you want to do is MT5 or MT4. So when you come, you click, you come here. Come, you will see a menu bar on top left here on your MT4, MT5. You'll see a menu bar on top left. Click on it. You see manage accounts. Click on it.
Okay.
You see this plus sign here. The plus sign, you see the plus sign here. You click on it. And then you have log into an existing account. Why is it an existing account? Because you just created it, so that account exists. So you click here, log into an existing account. It will bring you here. So when it brings you here, sorry, no, I think I made a mistake. So when you click log into an existing account, it will bring you here. So you check for the server they gave to you. Most times it's always HF for Hot Forex. HF markets. Most times it's HF markets SV. SV. Then live server 6, live server 5, live server 7. But just make sure you type the first HF markets. Some are SV, some are D something, some are different things. But like this, you see HF market, Euro, Europe, whatever. But type up to the SV if you see SV in your own. And then select which live server it is. Once you select the server, let's say this was live server 6, it will show here, HF Markets live server 6. Look at it showing up here. So you put your login ID, you put your password, and make sure that you include this tick on this save password, and then click on sign in. Once that is done, that account will be signing. Then go to your Hot Forex now, and then you go to the menu bar, go to transfer fund. You will see where to transfer money from, you see where to transfer money from your back office to your trading wallet. And then you check the trading wallet number is correct to transfer the money. When you come back here, the money will be in your MT5. That's just the summary. You can watch this video later to maybe understand the process more clearly. Thank you. And sometimes that login details, when you create a trading account, they will send that details to your mail. So you can always go to your mail and get the details, save it in your mail, and then have it. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other question, please? Any other question, please?
I don't think so, sir.
Okay, any other person with a question?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Your
I would
name,
like to,
your question.
okay. I'm Placidus.
Sorry?
The question, I'm Placidus. The
Placid
question
what?
is Placidus.
Okay. Sorry, my phone is hanging. I don't know why my phone is hanging in case it goes off, but I don't think it will go off.
Okay.
Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, with regards to the thread alerts you used to send, what's the time frame suitable for those threads?
Okay, like I said, I've said this thing before. I've said this thing many times. I've actually not had any official forex training. So when I hear people ask me what the time frame set for those trades, most times I don't really understand what they mean, because I can use 4 hours to analyze a trade, to check direction, and then I use 30 minutes to know at that time where to buy. Then I use 30 minutes to 5 minutes to know where to buy and where to enter. But to know the time frame attached to signals, I don't really know how that works. Maybe somebody has to educate me, and I've never worked that way before. But this is how I've been trading the past 3 years, and I've been having steady results. So I analyze with time frames, but I don't trade with time frames. So I don't know if I've answered your question, or if there's something you really want me to, you're trying to really know that I may not have an understanding. You can also clarify me, please.
Okay. What I want to know is, if the trend is to buy, and one person is using time frame of 5 minutes, the other person is using time frame of 15 minutes, the other person is using time frame of 1 hour. If they are buying at the same time, all of them, are they going to be in profit towards the gain, or are they going to have differences in the sense that the 5 minutes might be closing earlier on than 1 hour?
Okay, that means you are a newbie too. You know, me too.
Exactly.
I be newbie too. Time frame is just for chart purposes. Time frame does not follow trade. That it is a 15-minute time frame I use in giving that chart does not mean that that trade will close in 15 minutes. That was a problem I used to have in one group like that, that I used to go to collect signal when I was starting new. They will say that this is a 1 hour, whatever time frame, and then they will drop the signal. So I believe that in 1 hour, that trade should have hit TP. And then I will wait 1 hour pass, 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. The trade would not go anywhere. I start getting angry. They told us that this trade is 1 hour time frame. So time frame is more on analyzing your chart. So that's what I know. Time frame does not have anything to do with when the trade will close and when the trade will not close. Time frame will only tell you when the candle, a particular candle, will close. And when that candle closes, what it means is that you can now decide what to do, because when a candle closes, maybe let's say on 15 minutes, it will make you know that in 15 minutes, this candle close on a sell or it close on a buy. So it can decide your next decision in the market, but it does not decide if everybody enter the trade at the same time. This one work with 15-minute time frame, this one 1 hour time frame. How do they work like that with different time frame if they enter the same time? They will still come out with the same profit at the same time. So I don't understand how that time frame really works for some people. I've never checked it. I've never thought of it. I don't even understand it. So I don't know whether there's something I should understand that I've not understood there, but I don't really understand it, to be real.
So
Unless anybody in the group
I
has an
think,
answer to that, please, you can help.
what I think also that what he's asking is if somebody is scalping and somebody is taking a long-term trade, so are they going to close at the same time?
If you're scalping means you're just entering. It gives you profit, you run out. While a long-term trade means that you're waiting for, like I have a trade that I opened since March. It's still on. There's a gold trade I opened since March. It's still on. Just that I don't want to show people my account. I would have shown you people. That gold trade has been on since March. Right now, I opened 2 of them on 0. I opened 4 positions on 0.01. 0.01 is over $200. Both of them are over $400. And I want to leave it because I believe that gold will get up to 3,000. I joined gold. I knew when I started trading, gold used to be about 1,000. Gold was not up to 2,000. 2,000 was very far. I still remember that very well. So gold has been on a steady rise for a long time now. So I just choose to leave it. It's like me buying a physical gold to leave. It's 0.01 now. So it has gone so far into profit. And my stop loss is in a good position that even if it reverses, I'll still be on some cool profit. So I left it there. So like that, anybody who was scalping can never be on the same profit with that now. But if you're scalping for that long also, you'll be on more money because you'll be entering and coming out, entering and coming out, entering and coming out, while me, I'm just waiting. I don't know if I'm answering, if my answers tally with your questions. I don't know. I don't know if I'm able to answer you, but if there's another person that have a better answer, maybe you understand the question they ask and you have a better answer, please, you can help me out.
You have answered my question.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Martins, I've seen your hands up. Please ask a question, sir. Okay, Mr. Martins, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
It's been quite a long time. Well, just that I've not followed this training for the past few days because of time. My question is in line with the previous question anyway. When we are looking at the market at the higher time frame, like 4 hours, we go and pick it, enter the trade, all things being equal, in 30 minutes. But if we have to allow it, because you give, you also give, what do you call it, take profit 1, 2, or possibly sometimes you say don't wait till you get to number 3 or whatever. At that point, you said take profit 1 and 2 which direction are you exactly telling us to be if we are day trading, or maybe like I like to stay longer in the market. I'm not a scalper. I don't know how to scalp. So what is the direction, or what direction do you give us at that point? Don't know whether you understand the question.
Yes. Is there anybody that can help in answering that question, please?
Okay. Good evening, sir. This Sir West. I think let me attempt answering his question. Since you're not a scalper, you're more like a day trader. I think my suggestion in line with your question, when a signal is dropped, you know that your account size also matters. Sometimes I've been in a trade and you see a pullback. If your account size is small, a pullback can make it to go out in your direction. So what you have to do when a signal is given, your account size to matter. That's why sometimes if you're using lower time frame, you can know where it is going, and if it's buy, you buy. If it is sell, you sell, and if it's take profit, you go with the first take profit. Like yesterday, our mentor told us most often he does not wait for his third take profit because most often it may not get there. I think that's my take, sir. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sir West. Mr. Clement, Mr. Martins, I don't know if your question has been answered.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Any other question, please?
Yes, sir, please. I just got into the hot forex portal now to open an account.
You've seen where to
Hello,
open
sir.
open a live trading account.
Yes, sir. And they're asking me to choose a trading account of Cent, Premium, Zero Spread, Pro. They said I should
Is that all
select
the
one.
options?
Yes, sir. Cent,
You've not seen
Premium,
micro
Zero
there?
Spread, and Pro. Micro.
You've not seen micro?
No, sir. What I see here is Cent,
Yes,
Premium, Zero
don't do a
Spread,
Cent
and Pro.
account. A Cent account means you will be seeing too big money when the money is not big. It's better you open a premium account, normal premium account. Use US dollar as your base currency.
Okay.
When they ask for currency, use US dollar. When they ask for ratio, don't use more than 1:400. Highest ratio you should use should be 1:400. And then what else? Don't take any bonus if they ask for to give bonus. I don't know if that's okay or any other question you need to clarify.
Yes, I'm seeing leverage up to 1:2000 for all of them, for all the options.
1:2000 or 1:200?
It's 1:2000 for all the options. Cent, Premium, Zero Spread, and Pro.
Leverage. Are you sure 1:2000 or 1:200?
1:2000, sir.
I've not heard that before.
Under superior accounts.
Okay.
Maybe that is the maximum lot size, the maximum leverage. You should click on it and check.
Yes.
The 1:200, 400, you should be there.
Okay, thank you for that suggestion. But screenshot
Okay, yes,
it.
I've seen it. I clicked on the premium account and I saw options to choose within 1:10 to 1:2000.
Okay, so take 1:400 maximum.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I think
sorry, there is a question I dropped on the chat box. Please, if you can attend to it, sir, I will be so grateful, sir.
Okay. It depends on the type of trader you are. If you are scalping, the profit will differ. Day trader will continue to enjoy his profit. That's the truth. Sorry, I'm joining now due to network. I want to understand the scalping formation, way to enter and exit, like the criteria for scalping. Please, who can answer this question? What's the criteria for scalping? Way to enter, way to exit. So who can answer that, please? Okay, in the absence of any answer, the summary of scalping is,
Can I?
okay. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, yes. I think scalping is simply moving between support and resistance in a smaller time frame. I think that is my understanding of scalping. You can buy at a support, you buy at a sell at a resistance, buy at support. So within a short time, when a signal is dropped, I think it depends on the signal. Is it a buy or signal? So whether if I'm on 1 hour time frame or 15 minutes or 1 minute time frame, and for instance, they say buy at 1.000. If I buy at that point with 1 minute time frame, you that is in 4 hours or 1 hour, if you also buy, it's the same thing. The time frame does not affect as far as the price we are entering is the same. So that is it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sir West. I don't know if that has answered your question, sir.
Kind of, but sir, if you can throw more light, sir, it will be better.
Where do I get the light from?
There's no light to throw here. What he's saying here is that when you are scalping, you are making more money, but you are all, at the same time, you're also spending more money to the broker. You will stay within 5 minutes time frame, which is because you are scalping. As soon as the money, this thing, it will change. As soon as you go scalp, if you are buying, small time will change. You would like to go out when you have that 5 minutes or 10 minutes, 15 minutes changing, and then you enter again. So you enter as many times as you can because you are scalping. But remember, each time you click, the broker is also making money. So at the end of the day, you find out that the money you make does not even commiserate with what you are spending. You understand? Because you are staying in a smaller time frame.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, and what I may say here is me, I actually do scalping a lot most of the time because I work more with, I use a bigger time frame to understand where the market is going. If that market is a buy market, I will never sell in that market. I will always wait every time the pullback is almost finishing and it wants to start buying, I'll buy. And sometimes when I buy, it moves a little, I exit, I run out of the market. I like trading gold because it can move 60 pips, 80 pips, 100 pips, just within a few minutes. Once I notice a pullback is about to happen, I run out. Before I know what happened again, I enter. I notice a pullback, I run out. That's scalping. Scalping does not mean that you must always take 10 pips and leave. 5 pips, 6 pips, 3 pips. You can still stay up to maybe 60 pips, depending on the volatility of the market. But you don't wait till it finishes its journey. In fact, every day trader is a scalper. Almost everything you're doing on day trading, because you're just, almost every day trader works within an hour time frame. So by the time 1, 2, 3 candles have finished making moves, the first 3 candles, an average day trader would have closed that trade. So that's just that. So there's nothing anyway. Maybe I'll make out another time to really do like the practical part of it. Okay, we take a trade here, we wait, it moves a little, we close it. But you get to understand that you must buy trade and sell trade at support and resistance zones. You don't just jump in the middle of the movement. So you must wait for support and resistance. Let's say support is 1, resistance is at 10. The trade has already moved to 4, 5. You don't enter trade again around 5 or 6. You can enter around that 1 or 2. Once it has passed 3, it's not very safe. Then before it gets to 10, where the resistance is, around 9, you have run out from that trade. You are buying. 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest. You wait for it anytime it's around 1, and there's a support around that 1 zone, you enter. Now, once you notice that there's a resistance around where there's 10, and it is around 8, 9, you target and run out. That's scalping. I don't know if that illustration helped in any way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you so much, sir. But I also love this idea you brought about the practical example of it, maybe in our next lecture class, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, this is to 1 hour, and I would have loved to go off now, so I can take one last question before we go. Okay, in the absence of any other question, I would love to go off here. So we continue tomorrow, we'll do support and resistance, and then we'll do a little of trend lines. So tomorrow, everybody and anybody should be able to trade. I will advise you fund your synthetic indices or derivative account. Maybe we may use that to do the training so that you'll be more practical. So plus or minus, if we make some money, remember, almost every time we have live classes on derivative, we usually go back with some few dollars. So who knows? Tomorrow God can decide to favor us, and then we go home with some good money. I celebrate all of you. Thank you for your time with me this evening. The recorded version shall be dropped also in the group later today. I celebrate you all. Good night. Go have a beautiful night rest.
Good night,
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir. Royalty. Thank you so much.
Good night, sir.